So, an interesting comment from viewers. I learned coming from doing a master's degree in UX design that I'm spending way more time getting experience learning to deal and work with others than UX itself. It's super challenging and also frustrating as well. You have people in your team that are jumping straight into solutions when the problems have not been explored enough. And there's also the fear of trying to build a very fancy, never before seen solution to impress the UX jury instead of seeing what the underlying problem is in the first place. And apparently it's not what my school is emphasizing. They're more creating fancy million-dollar project ideas that are super futuristic. This is very important topic to discuss and to highlight, because I feel like a lot of people just forget how unrealistic and how flashy UX design seem to be from the outside. You think you're gonna design the next Uber or the next Google or the next app which is gonna transform the world, but in reality, to get to that state, you have to go and eat a lot of crap. You're always gonna need to again change people's minds. You're always gonna need to bring people on the journey and facilitate those ideas. And again, this is not a dig on any specific bootcamp or course, but the issue is that none of them are covering that pragmatism. And this is where that requirement comes from when you see those openings for junior roles and they say 1 to 3 years of experience, is because those 1 to 3 years of experience are going to be transformatory in terms of how you apply those technical skills and those, million-dollar ideas you try to come up with and put in the app designs. In reality, the world doesn't work that way, where you just come up with an idea and you just go with it. There's resources in place, costs and budgets, and conflicting ideas. Someone who might not even know about UX or not respect what UX brings to the table altogether, or maybe even they think that you are just there to design app design screens but nothing else. You're gonna face that a lot. That's why you're having that requirement, because hiring managers need someone who's gonna be effective and not just on paper or, if they're study mates, who's gonna be able to tell a story to very senior stakeholders, convince a product manager or partner up with a lot of different disciplines and influence them. There is such a vast untapped world which no bootcamp and no course actually addresses. And this is what I hope to address with my channel and my videos. But more importantly, so I would advise you, if you want to look into it, I have a big chapter in my book, Get Into UX Design, which is dedicated just about that, about building that forward momentum and staying very pragmatic and understanding that learning about UX is not enough. It's not enough even to get your foot in the door. You can get lucky and get internships and junior positions, but maybe one of you is gonna be that lucky, but thousands of you are not gonna be, because there's just not that many openings. And so what I would advise you to do is to actually read into it, to look into things beyond just UX. Your technical learning has to persist, and you need to learn full-time as much as you can and add a lot of skin in the game, but you also need to think about how you're gonna work within a team scenario, within a company which maybe never had UX. Like, how would that look like? You need to prepare your mindset and try to practice your communication skills, your persuasion skills, influencing skills, and being able to convey what UX is about. Because 99% of your struggles in the actual job are not gonna come because you're not sure how to express something in a prototype, or you're not sure what the users tell you what their needs are about, or what research method to pick. There's of course challenge there, but it's not as big of a challenge because all of that is in your control. What's not necessarily in your control is what this is about. And this is actually a reality check which you should keep in mind, because if I would just draw it out on a screen, your typical progression and your technical skills from junior to very senior would just go quite linearly, and hopefully so, because you're going to learn a lot of skills. In reality, if you would zoom in, there's going to be a lot of micro ups and downs, because you're going to feel a lot like an imposter. You're going to feel then very confident of your skills until you hit the next challenge, and then you're going to go down again and moving kind of like slowly up. If I would outline exactly that soft skills, or what typically in business are soft skills, which contain everything what I just described and all those different challenges, from negotiation to persuasion to taking people on journey to storytelling, the need for it is going to persist and remain very flat. type of skill sets you need to apply are going to change, but immediately you're going to be slapped with this need to be a good and effective teammate, to have enough of a business acumen to actually deliver some sort of outcomes and impact. So you shouldn't fool yourself thinking that you just can learn how to draw wireframes or research or do interviews or surveys and it's going to be enough. How do you actually do that in restrictive environment? Because trust me, it's going to be very, very hard and you need to prepare for that. And your challenges when I, let's say, get comments or asks like, how do I actually do user research right now when I'm not working or I have a passion project? It's not really even a challenge compared to the challenges you're going to see in the actual workforce or actual jobs, because there everything is going to be on a line. There's going to be performance of the business and yourself. There's going to be budgets and costs to account for. There's going to be bosses and stakeholders which might not be happy with your choices and things of that nature. So if you're just learning and starting out, you have all the freedom in the world. Go and do that research, engage with people, bother people, join the communities, because it's going to get more and more restrictive as you go into it. It's always different things which you typically would get out of a mentor because you have those technical skills, but you just don't know how to do them in the challenges given and dependencies of a business. That's where the mentor would tell you, oh, you just need to negotiate, or you need to convince that person or get an ally and then build that momentum and expectations and prove the case and stuff like that. That's advice you're going to be given anyways if you have a mentor. But you can mentor yourself. You can already start reading the books on personal management, communication, storytelling, presentations, influence, persuasion, persuasion, empathy, and a lot of different other skills. You can hone them very easily as you go, and you're gonna need to. If you like this video, smash that like button, subscribe to this channel, and on that note, I'll see you next time.